y'all. So welcome back to our channel. My name is Nicole. Our channel is based on everything business, life, mom, and fashion. So today we are going to I'm going to answer some questions about how I started my business. I asked you guys to give me some questions to answer on Instagram for as far as a business Q&A. You guys did just that, so I am going to answer those questions for you, and I'm also going to give you guys some tips and some tricks on how I actually started my business. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So first, I'm going to give you guys the steps that I actually took into starting my business. If you don't know, I am the owner of Fitting Room Apparel & Co., which is fittingroomapparelco.com. Online, I sell women's clothing and also men's clothing. I am going to branch out and do some other stuff later on down the line, but you guys have to follow me on Instagram to make sure that you don't miss out on what else I'm going to be adding to my business. So the first thing I did was, it took me around 3 years to actually plan my business. So first what I did, it took me a long time to come up with the name. So first I came up with the name. After I came up with the name, I did brand my name with the LLC. So Fitting Room Apparel is owned by me in the state of Louisiana. So basically, you're doing business in Louisiana, basically you go to gobiz.com. On gobiz.com is where you're going to register, get your EIN number for your taxes and stuff like that. Also on GoBiz is where you pay for your LLC license. So if you didn't know, you do not need an attorney for this. They have a bunch of videos on YouTube where you can follow to where you can, you know, get the steps on how to create the LLC, which that's what I did. It also tells you like the different codes that you use or whatever like that, so that you're registered underneath the right type of business. So after I created that, I went to the irs.gov, got my EIN number, my resale certificate or whatever, so that I could purchase stuff wholesale. So after that, because my business is branched off as clothing, I did go to fashiongo.net, and then I actually created an account with Fashion Go. That's where all of the vendors from LA to China are based on fashiongo.net. If you don't know, then now you know. So the best thing that I like about Fashion Go is you can screenshot, say you see something on another boutique, or you see something that somebody have on, you be like, oh look, I want to see, you know, where they come from. So, you know, basically you want to know. So basically you go on Fashion Go, you take your screenshot, you upload the picture, it'll take you to where they got that from, or the vendor or whatever like that, you know, that they got it from. Bam, cool. That way you'll see, like, you know, how much it costs in different places, different vendors, if they have a United States vendor, or if you have to get it from overseas, which 9 times out of 10 it might be a in-country vendor, because a lot of those vendors are based in LA. So that's why I started from with my vendors. I did a lot of research through Fashion Go. I bought vendors lists, which are I also sell vendors lists on my website. So if you don't know, then now you know. So if you want to purchase a 2-3 page vendor list, then just go to fittingroomapparel.co and search vendors list. I'm going to add it after I finish this video. So the third thing that I did was I went and took all of my documents and I went to open me a business account. So the thing I'm going to tell you guys, like, I have love-hate for business accounts, because a lot of banks, when you do business accounts, they make it so hard for you to get credit cards. They make it so hard for you to just build business credit altogether. Like, they don't like entrepreneurs at banks. Like, I'm gonna just flat out tell y'all the real, like, they just don't care for entrepreneurs at banks. So the bank that I chose when I initially opened up my business account was EFCU, which is a credit union. So my advice to you would be to go to a credit union, but right now a lot of banks like Chase and Capital One and stuff, they're showing love to small businesses, which I wish I would have just switched to one of those banks after that. But no, I went to another credit union, which I'm not liking them either. So right now I'm in a limbo of trying to figure out, you know, do I really want to switch again? Because you have to have all of your documents in order. You have to keep paying for articles, you know what I'm saying, for your articles and stuff like that to be current. So I went to get a business account after that. So, you know, like I said, you can go to a credit union, or you can try Chase if you know that you're going to have money coming in consistently. you know what I'm saying, like try those. But if not, then, you know, just go to your local credit union. So after I opened up my business account, you know, you had to put money in there to start it, to get a card and all that other good stuff, which is really good. I started to put money in there to save. So my business is ran off of my money. At the time, I didn't know about, you know, funding and grants and stuff like that, which I'll get into that later. But a lot of my first drop came from my actual funding. So let me give y'all some back check on actual funding. So 3 different fundings that I did not know that they had was business loans, business grants, business credit cards. They also have an option to where you can use like Quad Pay, Afterpay, Klarna to buy your stuff, and I'm gonna get into that last because I'm dropping gems. So first was the grants. So business grants through like SBA and stuff like that. You have to create a business plan for up to like 2 to 3 years to show exactly like where your money is gonna go, and you know what you're gonna use the money for, and how you plan on getting that money back. So SBA does have a lot of those you know, loans and stuff that you can apply for. They also have Hello Alice, which is very good for like grants. So with Hello Alice, they keep up with all the grants and stuff, like, you know, that every company, a lot of companies do for small businesses. So if you go register with Hello Alice and you keep your notifications and stuff like that, and you check your emails, they'll see you like, hey, this grant just became available for women, apply for this grant. A lot of times you do have to type like, you know, essays and stuff like that, but girl, hey, just type the essay, it's free money. So Hello Alice is another place that you can go to get business grants or whatever if you're trying to start up and you don't want to use your own money. Third is business loans through your bank, which they fall underneath the same category as like SBA and stuff like that. So you do have to write out a business plan to get a loan or credit cards through your bank, but you know, it's money, you know what I'm saying, that you don't have, that you need for your business for funding. So if you know that it's going to be consistent, you're going to stay on top of your business, then I would suggest to do, you know, those options as well. And lastly, it's like business credit cards. So usually when you're building up business credit, you do stuff like Uline and stuff like that to start building up your business credit. Uline account is free. Amazon accounts are free. You go through them, make an account, buy like copy paper or something, and then hurry up and pay the invoice back. Sometimes they might tell you, like with Uline, they told me, hey, you have to pay for your orders up front the first 2 times, and then after that we'll be able to build you to start building your business credit. So I did my first order. I'm working on my second order, so that can reflect on my business credit as well. So those are the different options that you guys can use as far as funding or how to get money or whatever like that. If you're looking for grants, credit cards and stuff like that, just kind of starting that. If you guys want me to go more in depth into it, just leave it in the comments below, and I'll do another video separate on funding and stuff like that. So after I opened my business account, I put my money in there. I started researching vendors through Fashion Go and stuff like that. I did buy vendors lists also. Then I purchased like little stuff, not knowing, like I was purchasing clothes minded. So with that being said, what I'm saying is basically like I didn't know my target audience. I was just buying stuff that I felt like was gonna pop and people was gonna buy, which was a flop, because knowing your target audience is like key. You know what I'm saying? Like when I say know your target audience, you gotta know, do they like sets? Do they like dresses? Are they outgoing people? Are they like you? Do they have a lifestyle similar to you? Or is your target audience someone that you're looking for, that you want to be, or that you picture in your mind? So like you got to know those different details of what a target audience is, or what your target audience is. So after that, you know, I bought like a lot of inventory, and then I started to build my website through Shopify. I did not build my website my first time by myself. My logo and all that, I paid someone else to do it, which, you know, we're not even gonna get into that, but I learned how to do it on my own, long story short. So after that, you know, I got inventory in, I started building my website. Then I actually hired a model because I didn't want a model to close myself. So I hired a model, and she came over, we took pictures, did videos, boomerangs, all that good jazz for my website. Then, you know, I uploaded the stuff to my website. After that, I kind of narrowed down to all the pictures and videos that I wanted to use for my site. and then I started to price the stuff that, you know, that I had. A lot of times when I price stuff, it's good to have a profit margin when you're pricing things. That way you know exactly how much profit you're gonna make if you run a sale, or if you gotta get off the stuff quick, or if you wanna just, you know, do a 20% off or whatever like that. You have to have your profit margin in mind when you're buying these items, because a lot of times when we buy items like $25 per set or something like that, like in order to make a profit, you have to sell it for at least 2 times what you buy for to kind of make a profit. So yeah, all of that plays into take of all that. But I did a lot of research, did vendors order stuff, got a new model and all the other stuff. So basically after I did the model and stuff like that, I started to, you know, get orders. And a lot of times they say you don't see the money into your business till like a couple years, and I'm still within that couple years. So I'm steady, the money that I'm steady making is steady, it goes back into my actual business. So thank you cards, poly mailers, a lot of stuff that I ordered off Amazon, those are also expenses that, you know, that I had to come out of pocket for whenever I started my business. Girl, it was a lot. So now that I answered, you know, the steps that I actually took to start my online boutique, I'm going to answer the questions that you guys asked me on Instagram. I have them in my phone. So let's get straight into it. So my first question was, how did you decide what you wanted to provide as merchandise? So me wanting to sell clothes came from me shopping online, and a lot of stuff didn't fit my category. Like I would have to shop from 7 different places in order to create one outfit, or I would buy it and a lot of times I either couldn't fit it, the place didn't take returns, it was store credit only, and then you had to pay to ship it back. Which right now I don't take returns because of COVID, but if it wasn't for COVID, then I would, you know, but for safety reasons I just don't take returns. But how did you decide what you wanted to provide as merchandise? So like I said, I did a lot of research. I went through a lot of vendors. I ordered sample packs sometimes from vendors. So like it would be like a pack of 3 small, medium, large, to kind of see the quantity, to see the stretch, because a lot of stuff that I sell has like a lot of good stretch. So yeah, so that's how I decided how I wanted to purchase merchandise. Just basically my experience with different clothing brands, it just wasn't it. So I was like, let me just do what I do and do what I do and do it best. So yeah, so that's basically how I came up with how to provide the merchandise. My second question is, what's the best way to advertise in 2022 besides social media? So within my last vlog that you're gonna see before this vlog, the way I advertise is, so when you go on my website and you scroll up at least 10% of the website, you're gonna see that a pop-up comes up and it gives you the option to sign up either for my emails or my text messaging. So with the text messaging, I send out a text every day, and with the email, I send out an email every day, which, you know, just comes with like people signing up whenever they order. They would, you know, opt in to get text messages, or they would opt in to get emails. So that's how I advertise. So other ways that I advertise would be like my Google account. You can run ads through Google. I don't know if you guys know that. You can also run ads on Instagram. You can run ads on Facebook, and also through Pinterest. So a lot of people don't know that, but you can also advertise through Pinterest as well. So you don't actually have to have just Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. So those are different ways that you can actually advertise your business. Another questions are, what are the best banks to have business accounts? And like I said, I did a credit union, so I'm just speaking on my experience. But like I said, you can go through different banks. How do you stay motivated, or when you're unmotivated, how do you pick yourself up? Money. Man, I'm about to lie to y'all. Between money and my kids, like knowing I have to have money for my kids is what keeps me motivated. Knowing that I have to take care of them is what keeps me motivated. So like if I'm having like a down day, or I feel like, you know, I know for a fact like I ain't gonna make money this day, or like, you know, I just don't have the inventory to push out to make the money, like I do be down. But you know, like knowing that if I order inventory, knowing I'm gonna make it back, like that's what keeps me motivated. Like consistently making money and being able to buy other stuff other than, you know, inventory, it just keeps me happy. So how do you get started and how do you develop business credit? I just answered this, but I'm gonna run through it again. So the way I started my business credit, I don't know my score right now. I have to go back and check, but I started with Uline. I'm gonna list a couple other ones down below, but I can't remember exactly the other ones that lets you do like net 60 or net 70. I forgot it is. It's like different nets that you can buy through, and then you pay the invoice off later. That's how I started. I didn't start like with a trade line or whatever like that. That's also another option that you could take, but I didn't start with that option. And also through your bank. So like if you go get a loan through your bank and you use it, or a credit card or whatever, then it'll report to your business credit. So those are different ways that you can actually start on actually, you know, for your business. How do you juggle it all so well when it comes to having multiple businesses? So the other businesses that I have, as far as like the graphic design, me and my husband was also decorating for parties and events and stuff like that. Like I've stopped all of that. I'm trying to help my husband start his business now so that he could just be a full-time stay-at-home parent just like me. So you don't have to work for nobody. But if anybody is, you know, also a man that's into business, like y'all comment down below, because men need to get into the entrepreneurship just as well as women, and a lot of men be scared, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause scared money don't make no money. Like that's what I say, scared money don't make no money. Like you gotta invest into your business. But so what was I saying? But okay, so yeah, so like the decorating business, all that, like I stopped all that because the decorating, a lot of people's doing outside events. If you don't know, Louisiana be like 102 on a day-to-day basis now. And like I did one party outside, y'all, and that was just it. I did my mother-in-law, her what is it called? Her vow renewal. I did her reception. My cousin did her actual wedding. So it was like really good. But at the same time, it took me, one of my best friends, my husband, my brother-in-law, and my daughter and myself to do that wedding reception. And I still didn't have enough tables and chairs set up for all the people that she had. So after that, I was just like, I don't want to do this no more. So I actually have all the decoration. I need to sell it because I'm not going to use it. And I know for a fact, like, that's not something that I want to do. Like, I know how to do it, but I'm not passionate about actually doing it. So I just stopped doing it, and I just started into the clothes. And I want to branch out into other stuff that I'm actually getting into right now. So that is that. So without that being said, I'm going to get into actual online boutique stuff like that. Like how do I, you know, run my day-to-day. So basically I wake up in the mornings. I have a schedule set, like on my phone or whatever, like a to-do list that I like to write every night before I go to sleep. And basically it just tells me like, hey, you know, send a text message. I use SMS Bump on Shopify, but I want to transfer it to Postscripts because I heard Postscripts is like 10 times better than SMS Bump. I don't know, I'm asking my coach, but I use SMS Bump right now to send out text messages, and I use Klaviyo to send out email marketing. So basically, like, you can use photos, I create all my graphics through Canva. So if y'all didn't know, Canva, you can create flyers, you can edit your reels through Canva. You can make thumbnails through Canva. Like, Canva is the go-to, but you have to pay for the subscription for the pro. If you don't pay for the pro, like, a lot of stuff is not gonna be open to you, like fonts, removing your backgrounds, animating your stuff. Like, just pay for the pro. It's only like $12. But anyway, so I create all my banners and stuff like that through Canva also. So that's another thing that you guys might want to look into. Also, when I started my business, my online business, I had a lot of stuff that I had to buy as far as office supplies. So I did buy my computer when I started my business because I print my own labels at home. That way I don't have to go to like the post office, go there, write the label. You know, I can just do all of it at home. That way, you know, like I said, I have kids. So when I travel with my kids, I don't want to have to go there and be in there with all my kids writing the posters. Like, I just go drop it off in a little Dropbox or a Dropbox outside and just keep going. So I bought the Dymo printer, no, the Rollo printer. I bought Rollo. I researched Dymo, but I didn't care for it too much. So I got the roll-up printer. I got a MacBook Air when I first started. I paid for my Shopify website to get done. I paid for my poly mailers and stuff like that. I had thank you cards that I printed off of Canva. If y'all don't know, Canva do prints. If y'all do business cards, I would do business cards on Vistaprint. But the thank you cards, the postcards or whatever, do those from Canva because it's like 100 times cheaper. Like, at first I was printing myself also, which was taking up a whole bunch of ink and a whole bunch of unnecessary, and we just not gonna get into all of it. But yeah, so that's basically like all the stuff that I also use whenever I started my business. So that pretty much wraps up how I started my business, what I did, the business Q&A that you guys asked me. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning into this video. If you wanted to see more business or me going to depth into more topics, leave those topics down below. I will surely love to film another video for you guys when it comes to business. I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in, watching the whole video throughout the whole entirety. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to our channel. And thank you guys so much.